Can the side chick become the main?
No.
There you go.
Wait.
No.
For sure.
Yes?
Wait.
For sure.
Why she run away?
The side chick can become the main chick, and you're gonna go from the woman he was cheating with to the woman he's cheating on.
And what kind of mess is that?
Oh, you don't agree? Go ahead.
I don't think that's inherently true.
I'm talking about not just with your. I'm talking about with your heart.
Yes.
I say no.
Hold on, Fontaine.
First of all, I want to say I'm not making no excuses. You feel me? Like I'm not making the side chick okay. But sometimes men are in situations that require them to be present. Some men got households that they trying to keep up. Some men got wives that are taking care of their children, and if they leave her, their kids gonna be up, and the side chick, the one that they've been in love with for the past 15, 20 years. I know men who've gone through this personally. And when the opportunity came, they moved in with the woman who had their heart. You feel me? When their kids grew up or when the wife was financially able. I'm not saying that is okay, but we got such a stigma about the other woman and how the man value her and how she value herself when you have no idea what the bounds of their relationship are and what they building over there. You feel me?
Stop attaching your worth and your esteem to a man. Stop doing that. If you see that this person is showing you tendencies of low commitment, lack of emotional availability, not being attuned to your needs, not being accessible, lack of engagement, lack of responsiveness to your needs, the moment that you see that, you realize that we cannot pair. That means that we are not compatible. Stop falling for the okie doke. A lot of times, as Dr. B has said before, we live in a fantasy world. Live in the real world. Stop letting your emotions govern your decisions. The more you stop operating in your emotion mind, stop saying, well, I actually care about this man. Your logic mind tells you, yeah, you do care about him, but he didn't answer your phone 3 days in a row. He didn't respond to you when you asked for this. The moment that you brought up a concern, he dismissed that. Your logic mind told you to walk away. It's okay to say, I care for you, but I realize you're not good for me. That's wisdom. Use it. You said you do want to be a wife?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have any other people in the audience who want to be a wife? I'm going to have a deep conversation with y'all right now. You have to prepare yourself to be a wife. If you want to get into your Ruth era, you have to get out of your Jezebel era. Let me say this real quick. I'm going to be biblically sound for just a minute. If you're not a believer, cover your ears. If you want to get into that space of really being a virtuous woman, the behaviors that you have, even in dealing with somebody, should be leading that person closer to God. But if you are playing with a person and toying with a person's emotions, if you all are not even equally yoked, you all don't even have the same value or the same desire or the same purpose, leave them alone. Because if you are to prepare yourself for a wife, then you can't be making foolish decisions. That's all Proverbs, baby. You got to get into your word, honey. I understand. I know it's always a fun time to say, hey, let's do this, let's date, let's do all this stuff. But every time you are connecting with a different person, you are connecting with their demons as well. You don't want to keep on attaching these things onto you, because when your husband does find you, then he has to navigate all of these demons. I encourage you to truly start working on yourself, working on your faith, working on your insides. I said just yesterday, the Bible tells us to adorn ourselves. That means on the inside of us. I'm not talking about the physical and what you have in your clothes and your status. On the inside of you, where will he be able to find and see God in you? Because that's what a man is supposed to be able to find when he finds his wife. Baby, I understand you young, and I know people always tell you enjoy your youth, and you absolutely should, but be wise in your youth as well.
Some men pretend is because I want you to fall in love with this mask before you see my real self.
Yeah.
Because once you fall in love, you're going to spend the rest of this relationship trying to get me to put that back on.
Yikes.
You're going to spend all this time trying to get that feeling I used to give you. See, here's the thing. I can pretend to be a good guy for 6 weeks. I can pretend. For 6 weeks, I can love bomb you. I can call you every day. I can apply that energy you say you want every man to apply, and then you going to get your heart involved. And once you do, I feel like you're shackled to me. I want you guys to understand. In the beginning, good men and men who pretend to look like good men often look and behave the same. This is why patience is key. This is why you got to keep your heart at bay. When we talk about boundaries, They for you too.
Yeah.
It ain't just for other people. And oftentimes we think our boundaries are for just other people. No, sometimes we got to say, although I really do like this man, let me verify. Let let some time pass. Let me see him in a different season.
A lot of parents are hypocrites, right? It be the same parents who sit here and say, stay in the child's place. You can't ask me questions. But you're also the same parent who makes your child watch after their sibling.
Yep.
You make them tend to household responsibilities, cook for kids, take care of grandparents, give the grandparents their medicine, just depending on what type of household, if you have a transgenerational household, stuff like that. But you're also the same parent that say you have to stay in the child's place.
Yeah.
No.
I'm your
That child has, that child should be able to have a voice and speak as well, because you forced them to mature fastly.
Can I dig
You
in?
made them develop quickly. You made them become an adult in the household. You made them become a second parent in the household, and then you want to tell them what they can and cannot do. They can't ask you questions, but you put that on them. They didn't ask for that. They didn't ask to be your emotional cushion. They didn't ask to be your punching bag. They didn't ask to be a second parent. They didn't ask to be a caregiver. They didn't ask to be the person who's taking care of things. They didn't ask to help pay bills. They didn't ask to be at 16, 17 go get a job and help pay bills and stuff like that. We really want to talk about
God forbid she wears some booty shorts because then she's being fast.
Oh, okay.
You push me in the fast track.
If you're in a relationship and your homegirl's not in a relationship, is it okay for your man to make sure your homegirl is good? Like walking her to the car?
Whoa.
And I'm not asking this to be inflammatory. A very serious discussion that I think we don't fully have is protection for women. Yeah. And what that protection looks like outside of just the willingness to inflict violence. Right. And so when we talk about your man being able to make sure your homegirl is good, it's like the qualities that you saw in him, are you attempting to now bottle those? Do you not expect him to stand on his square when it comes to, because if that's your people, right? And most upstanding men I know support community on their shoulders. So it's like, I'm not saying he gotta buy all y'all drinks every time you go to the club, but it's like, I personally would like to be a man in a relationship where even if my lady people got a problem, she think to call me for it. You feel me? I'm not saying that I'm going over her homegirl house when her homegirl by herself and my girl don't know. That's not what I'm saying, but like walking her to the car? Like that shouldn't even really be a question. I low-key don't care if like you a stranger. If I'm in proximity, like, and it's within, and she comfortable with me walking her to the car, I'ma do it because that's just how I was brought up. You feel me?
How many women in here flew a man out before? Raise your hand. I love the honesty over here.
And I hope you made him put it right through the hole of the box.
Let me say,
Don't even make him pull him all the way out. Just
I have a question. Why is that so looked down upon? Because I hear society, I hear the things that are being said online. And that's part of the reason, because y'all will listen to these bitter people who are online who have never ever had to serve in their life, who have never understood what reciprocity actually means, who have never poured into somebody else, but they have always been poured into. And that's the reason why they have so many failed relationships that are single or miserable. Why is that shunned upon? Why do we, hold on, Sugar Love, why do we look down on that? That is so, I'm a happily married woman. And I would nurture my husband until God tell me I can't nurture no more. And when there is a man who is pouring into you, it is nothing wrong with pouring back into him. That should not be looked down upon. Now, if we're talking about toxic men, you shouldn't be dealing with toxic men to begin with. That's your poor assessment. But it's so many women that I know for a fact, many of y'all actually do want to be married. And y'all want a healthy reciprocal relationship. So if y'all continue to listen to that foolishness, and if y'all continue to listen to people who smack their lips whenever they talk about pouring into another man, pouring into a man regardless, y'all gonna stay miserable and unhappy, because I guarantee you, once you cross over and you marry, it is gonna be a daily serving. It is going to be a daily pouring into. And you can't do something as minor as flying somebody out. Are y'all serious?
Can I add a little context?
I got a little context too, because I think that's the issue.
Yeah, I think we need to add a little context, right? We're not talking about our husbands, all right?
Right.
We're not talking about somebody we've been dating consistently.
All right, so you shouldn't be doing that.
When we normally talk about flying out, it's like a first link type thing.
Literally.
Or a first
Why are
link.
you doing that to begin with? You haven't made the proper assessment. No, we can't keep using that as the standard.
That's what a fly out is.
But we can't be using that as has the standard. That's you. And if people got it, they got it. But the problem is that there are vulnerable ears who hear that and they say, so this person I've been dating for 6 months, I can't do these type of things for that person because somebody that you decided to fly out on a first date screwed you over. We have to be mindful of the people who are listening, especially the open hearts who want something serious, because there's so many single women who really want love, but they listen to the people who are bitter, but they listen to the people who are wounded, and they listen to the people who made 5,000 mistakes and never learned from it, and they fall into that category. That's my only issue. That's my only issue.
Like I said, I think that question is a loaded question without context given to it. I think the initial knee-jerk reaction has something to do with no context following it. But of course, the way that you put it, of course that makes sense.